Well, this is a mess. Yeah, this command station looks like crap. It's way too crowded. And when I'm navigating from inside, if I want to see anything about the engine, I have to lift the iPad out of the way. When the iPad is here, if I want to mess with the radar, although it is touch, I have to move the iPad. This happened because I kept adding things. Originally, it didn't have a radar and it didn't have all these instruments. It was just the engine controls. And as time went on, I kept adding different things. So yeah, I want to organize this because it looks like crap and it's not cool. So my plan is to take these dials and put them over here behind the wheel where I can still see them, but then it will leave me space here to reorganize these screens in such a way that they do not obstruct each other. So yeah, that's the plan. And yeah, that's the plan. In the Evasion 32, you have access to behind the panel. Coming down here, you have a small door, and then you have access here, but it's not big enough to be able to work or make changes properly. But in a pinch, you have access to the technical area, which has the water pump. It houses the autopilot, and yeah, and all of the electronics. You can access it from here. But another access point is if you remove this thing from the bathroom. So from top to bottom, this is one piece that can be removed in order to gain access to what's behind this, which is the back of the controls. So let's start by removing this. Well, after it's removed, this is the access you get from the back, which it's enough for us to be able to work. Very cool. Let's get to it. Well, what I'm using to cut the holes is this kind of drill, and I have this and this, and I just marked the place where I want the instrument to be, and then using this, but yeah, it's very difficult to do one-handed. Yeah, well, there you go. It makes a hole. And then you got the slug over there. So there's a couple of more holes I have to do. And yeah, hopefully when it's done, it will look nice. The instruments will be down here for the engine, and then we have all the top part for the digital instruments. I think it's going well. Just the only issue so far is the mess of wiring. It's a lot, but yeah, hopefully everything still works when I'm done. After doing all the holes, one just has to put the instruments in place, and yeah, I reckon it looks good. Could be a little better, but it's easy to see even with the steering wheel or the helm in the way. And now up here I just need to find a way so that the instruments don't obstruct each other. I already wired it, and yeah, everything turned out good. One of the good things about this is that every time I turn off the engine, the way you do it in an old boat is you have a mechanical turn off valve. It doesn't work electronically, so you pull this to turn off the engine. Now the issue is sometimes you forget that you pulled it and you leave it like this. For some reason it's not spring loaded, and because the key was not here, it was up here, you would come here and you would turn the key, preheat the engine, try to start it, and it wouldn't start. And this one time I completely forgot that existed, so I went into the engine and I checked everything, and it just wouldn't start, and I was almost done with the battery, but it turned out it was this thing. I forgot to do that. Yeah, so that was an idiot moment, but it happens. Anyway, yeah, now I have to drill a hole here for the alternator indicator, and fix all this, and we're done. So let's go. To prop the instruments up, I made these brackets and I 3D printed them. They hold a standard marine equipment display, or it's the standard size for these types of equipment. So it holds it at an angle. It has places where you can put a screw and then screw it down to a board, and yeah, this seems to work. It has 2 holes on the side so that the cables can pass from one to the other, so they're all connected. And yeah, this is turns out it's a modular system that allows you to, let me put this one here, one-handed, it's always crap. Come on. Yeah, well, you get the idea. Then you screw it down, and yeah. Anyway, if you want the STL file so you can print your own, drop a comment down below and I'll send you one. I'll send you the file or something. So yeah. So this part is looking better. So now what I need to do is make a bracket for the radar screen and a shelf to put the iPad on. I'm gonna do those out of wood, and yeah, after pondering on how to do this, the shelf, I decided that the best way, or the easiest way, is to mark and cut. So, and for instance, this part is gonna fit back here, but it doesn't fit because of this angle. So I get here and I mark where I need to cut. So there's that, and then I just use the jigsaw to cut, and little by little you get it to where it matches the curvature of the weird boat features. To join the parts together, I'm using stainless steel fasteners, these smalls, and the way I do it is I use a drill, and I drill a pilot hole before I screw it into place. Otherwise the plywood would split. So yeah. Well, the bracket is done. So now I will sand it, and I will wrap it in this stuff, and hopefully it will look cool. This is how it looks after it has been wrapped, and for some reason doing this is oddly satisfying. I mean, cutting the excess where the instrument goes. I don't know why it's so cool, but I like it. Of course, I'm not liking it now because I'm doing it one-handed. Just so that I can show you. But still. Ooh. Okay. Just a little bit out. Okay. You think the radar will fit? Let's get the radar. There you go. So now there's a nice place where I can put either my phone. It will not go anywhere, but mostly we use the tablet. So yeah, cool. I like it. And everything works. I just need to plug in the radar and we're done. Well, this is it. If you have to do something like this, I hope this video has given you some ideas on how you might do it. I think it looks pretty cool. When I sit in the held position, this is the view I get. So it doesn't obstruct anything. Before it used to be like here, so I would have to look over it. But yeah, great success. Well, anyway, that's it for this one. Thank you for watching. If you have any ideas or anything that might help the community, just put it down below in the comments. Help us out. See ya!